Hi, my name is Stephanie Stevens. I serve as Assistant Director of Admissions at Texas Women's University. I'm going to visit with you today about the transfer admissions process and the transfer admission requirements. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start at the home page at twu.edu. This is what it will look like. So I'm just going to scroll down so you can take a look at some of the pretty pictures that we have there. And here is a link to our coronavirus update site. If you have any questions about how TWU is responding to the COVID-19 pandemic, you may go to this front page of the home page and click on the coronavirus site link, and it will answer all your questions. And it is the most current information. They update it regularly. So this is where you would go to find out TWU's response and what we are doing. So that's a good link to have. Here's a video of campus of some of our current students and our mascot, Oakley, in the middle. So this is a cute video that you can see some of the students, current students, and the campus if you have not had a chance to visit in person. We also have a virtual tour available. But right now I'm gonna go to this admissions tab and click on admissions, and then scroll down, and we're going to cover the transfer admissions. I'd like to point out this center part here where it says accepted student next steps. We offer you a checklist after you've applied for admission, and you may have already been accepted, but click on this checklist if you're a first year freshman or a transfer student. This is the one that you will use. Scroll down, it will have important things that you need to be aware of and take care of, like creating your Pioneer portal. We're the TWU Pioneers, so you're going to create your portal account. If you click here, it's going to take you to this page, and you're going to fill out the information and use your social security number or student ID and set that up. That's real important. Your portal allows you to track your admission status, apply for classes, things like that. The next step is to set up your TWU Gmail account, apply for financial aid, and apply for scholarships, orientation, things like that. So this checklist is something that we offer to freshmen, transfer, and graduate students. So this is a nice place to check just to keep yourself on track, make sure you're doing everything that needs to be done. I'm going to click on transfer students here, and we're going to talk about the admissions process. TWU has a rolling admissions, so we accept applications year-round. However, we do have priority dates that we want to make you aware of. We would prefer if you get your information in by March 1st for the fall and November 1st for the spring semester. And we use the Apply Texas application. So you would go to applytexas.org, and then we offer you a link to the academic calendar. So depending on your start term, that will give you dates when registration starts, any deadlines for payments, things like that. We have a link to scholarships, financial aid, housing. And we do encourage you to set up your Pioneer portal after you have applied for admission. And then we also have a link here to where you can check your application status. So you'll be able to see if we're missing anything. Also, there's a link for transfer resources here that's going to be very helpful. So be sure and check that. Now, we're going to cover how to apply as a transfer student. Some of you may not have applied yet, so I want to go over that process. Like I said, we use the Apply Texas application. So you would go to applytexas.org. You would select the transfer admission application for the term that you would like to start at TWU. We have a $50 application fee, and we have several ways that you can pay for that. You can use a credit card, pay with a certified check or money order, or bring cash to our bursar's office window. The quickest way to get it to us is to use your credit card, because when you're on the Apply Texas application, when you get to the last page, it'll ask you how you want to pay your application fee. If you do credit card, plug in your credit card and submit your application. It comes to us within about 2 business days. So check this part if you have questions about options for paying your application fee. And then we have to have official transcripts, and we need official transcripts from each and every college you've attended. college or university. So these can be sent electronically from most institutions. And if they give you a paper or printed copy of your transcript in a sealed envelope, just make sure you do not open that, because if it's opened, it's no longer considered official. And if you are a permanent resident with a permanent resident card, we will need a copy of that card, and all of your admission materials will be sent to our Office of Admissions Processing at the main campus in Denton, and the address is listed here. So this is an important page that kind of gives you a step-by-step guide on how to apply for transfer admission. So I'm going to go up here and we're going to cover the transfer admission requirements now. We have two categories, two ways that you can be admitted as a transfer student. The first is assured admission, and this is if you have earned an Associate of Arts or an Associate of Science degree from a regionally accredited college or university in the state of Texas. You must also have at least a 2.0 overall GPA and be in good standing with that institution. Now, some of you may be working on an Associate of Applied Science or a similar degree, and that is not automatically fall under the assured admission category. However, they may fall under our regular admission. So I'm going to move on down to the regular admission requirements. TWU considers you a transfer student once you have completed 12 college level credit hours after high school graduation. And keep in mind that remedial and developmental courses do not count towards that 12 credit hours needed. So if you've completed 12 college level credit hours after high school graduation, you must have a 2.0 GPA on a 4.0 scale and still be in good standing at that institution. And if you meet those requirements, you will be accepted as a transfer student under our regular admissions process. So we do have partnerships with a lot of the community colleges around the whole state of Texas, and we have degree plans, pathways, things like that. So I'm going to show you some of the transfer resources. So I'm just going to click on this transfer resource button and scroll down. So here's where you can find information on scholarships and financial aid. Here's the tuition estimator. So you can click there and plug in whether you're taking 12 hours, 16 hours, or 18 hours, and it will calculate the amount of tuition and fee that it will cost for the number of credit hours you're interested in. We have a Touchstone Honors Program that's just for transfer students. Here's a list of some of the transfer partners and pathways. We have transfer guides, and we have the Texas Common Course numbering system. So these are all good resources if you're trying to find out which courses will transfer from your community college and that sort of thing. So be sure and check that out. Now, I wanted to point out some of these transfer guides because that may be helpful. You can see here that we have a lot of pathways already established with, and these are the degree plans that you can click on your particular degree program and it will show you the 4-year plan. So just know that that's something that's available. Also, at the very bottom of each of our web pages, there are some links to important things, and I hope I'm not going too quickly. I hope you don't get dizzy. But at the bottom of each page, we have this area with our social media links. So you might want to check us out on the social media sites, but there's also a link to your Pioneer portal, your webmail. There's a link to pay for classes. So just know that these are links at the bottom of each page if you'd like to learn more information about any of that. But now I want to thank you for viewing our presentation today on transfer admissions. And if you'd like to continue conversing with our team, you're welcome to do that in our chat feature, and we're happy to answer your questions. But know that we are here. We're glad that you're thinking about joining our Pioneer family, and we're happy to help you. So just let us know if we can be of assistance, and we hope to see you soon. Thanks.